Okay, I think this is my favorite assistive technology tool. This is Snap&Read. So it is an extension for my browser. So if I go up here and I go on my extensions and I can turn that on, I will have a toolbar that shows up over here. So one of the major social studies units that we have in fourth grade is on the Great Depression. So I just pulled up a website here about Franklin Roosevelt. Um, and then I can use this tool right here, the speak tool, and it will actually read this to me. So if I click on my speak button, and then I highlight the portion that I want this to read, it will read it aloud for me.
Assuming the presidency at the depth of the Great Depression, Franklin D. Roosevelt helped the American people regain faith in themselves. He brought hope as he promised prompt, vigorous action, and asserted in his inaugural address, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself."
So I think that would be really helpful for my students. We do a lot of research in fourth grade, and sometimes my students find information on websites that is really, really good information, but it might be a little bit above their reading level. Um, but they might be able to comprehend it if they hear it read aloud to them. So having this as an option would be really, really helpful for them. Um, it also over here has this tool where it's a cover overlay. And so if I click on that and then I go over here, I can help track which line I'm on so that students can see where they're at in their reading and keep track of their reading. Um, Another really cool feature is this Rewordify. So if I click on that, it will give me some of the more difficult words in this article, and it will italicize them. Then the students can click on that word and it will give them a synonym of that word that they might be able to understand a little bit better. So this one, the word was prompt, and then it tells me that that means fast or on time. So that would be really, really helpful for my students also, looking at those words that they might not know. But I think my favorite feature here is the outline. So if I go back up here to my extension and I click on Show Outlines, students can create an outline using the information from this text. So if I click on Create a New Outline, and I'm going to title this FBR, then students can either go in here and type the information themselves. So born in 1882 in Hyde Park, New York. Or in this capture text tool here, they can highlight the information that they want included in their outline, and it will automatically move that over here for their outline. Another thing that I really like about that is that it also shows them that this is something that they need to reference if they're using it in a paper or they're using it in a project. And then it gives them the reference. So once they have all of this outline completed, they have all of the information in there that they want from this article, they can go up here and they can either download it, which could then be, so it would download it to a PDF, which they could then save and share it with me, share it with whomever, or it could be printed. And when they use that option, it gives them the reference. So we've probably all had that instance where we find some information on a website and then something happens and we lose track of that website. So here you can see that it gives that reference there. so that students can go back and look at it if they need to get some more information, or they can use this when they are creating their paper or their project or whatever. So I think that is a really, really cool feature that would be really helpful for students to keep track of the information. Um, at this point, they find the information on a website and then they have to write their notes by hand. So sometimes things kind of get lost in translation, things are miscopied, and then they have incorrect information. So this would be really helpful for making sure that they are using correct information, and also for organizing their ideas.